Welcome to your extra shot of sunrise. I am Carlos Diaz, next to the multi-talented Karen Campbell, joining us as our special guest star, if you will, on the set today. You are a special guest star. By the way, I enjoyed doing 3 hours with you this morning. It was great. Yeah. Even though it's funny because we have you outside during the worst temperatures possible. I know. Karen's out there. It's freezing. And then when it's the most beautiful morning in the world, Karen, come on inside.
I'm in here.
Yeah, come on inside. Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow it's gonna be like 10 below outside again.
Exactly. Exactly. But yeah, woman of many hats, right?
Literally the best hat and scarf collection in all of Indianapolis right here. All right, so let's talk about some serious stuff in this IU Health protest.
Yeah, I mean, lots of people we know from IU Health, they don't want to get this COVID vaccine, so they're pushing back on some of the hospital's policies. So, of course, there were people out this weekend behind the IU Fairbanks Hall. Employees, they staged a protest. Hundreds of them, you know, they came holding signs and everything, and all this happened on Saturday. So they are demanding the right to choose if they should get the vaccine. Take a listen.
There's all different income levels that are being affected. There's a lot of people that don't have the ability to say no and are being forced to do things that they don't want to do.
If you have the set date of September 1st to lose us, you're going to lose a lot of employees all at once.
So far, there's been a petition that has more than 11,000 signatures on it against this vaccine mandate. However, you know, IU Health, they still say that all employees, you know, they must be vaccinated by September or they could lose their jobs.
It is, I mean, it is startling, and without being, you know, prejudiced toward getting vaccine or not getting vaccine, it's startling that healthcare workers, that there are, and we don't know how many as far as the percentage goes that are out there, but that there are healthcare workers that say that they don't want to be vaccinated, because you would think that the healthcare workers would be the first people in line because they see what's happening on the front lines.
Yeah, you would think so, but then you know, everyone has their different opinions, whether, you know, we've heard reasons why, you know, it's not FDA approved, or there's so many different reasons that they have. And yes, they are exemptions. You can get, you know, religious exemptions, medical exemptions, but we have to just wait and see what happens come September 1st.
Do you know the Sunday's Father's Day?
I know.
So I'm just saying, you know, in the comment section below, tell us, all the dads out there, and even if you're not a dad, like the perfect Father's Day present, okay? So tell us in the comments section below, perfect Father's Day present, because it is coming up this Sunday. When asked what they wanted the most, here's how some dads responded.
Good job, buddy. Being able to get together, I mean, I don't need another tie.
So honestly, the spending time, you know, with my kids.
So we did the research, and here are some of the popular gifts this year. So that guy said, don't get me a tie. Well, how about a tie rack for all of your ties that we've gotten you over the past few years? Or even a cocktail kit, you know, to unwind. If your dad likes to cook, consider a pressure cooker or a grill cleaner, or how about an air fryer? Those things, air fryers are big right now.
They are.
Or you can just keep it simple with a gift card from his favorite spot. I've said this time and time again. You know, dads say this every year. They say all they want is the love of their family. And it sounds like a cop-out until you have kids. And then really that's all you want. Like if my kids said I love you like 100 times that day to me, they'd be off the hook with presents. Just, and not that they don't right now. But here's the thing. Like if I had to say, if you know, to anybody, people think that men, oh, we're macho people. We like to be pampered. We like to be pampered. So like on that morning, say, hey, what's your favorite breakfast? Mine would be chocolate chip pancakes, you know?
Or
and then,
breakfast in bed, maybe.
Breakfast. But see, breakfast in bed, because we're guys, we are sloppy. We might have feelings, but we are just slobs at heart. So breakfast in bed would entail my wife having to clean up all the crumbs and probably drop syrup, you know, and that kind of stuff. So that might, but you know, the U.S. Open is that day, you know, maybe you say, you know, block out 3 hours for them to watch some golf or whatever.
So just a chance to sit back and relax and be with your
pampered. That's all. It doesn't cost any money to pamper your dad or your husband. I'm just saying, I'm throwing it out there.
Just maybe don't buy a pair of socks.
No, socks are never a good thing. We got a lot of good mornings coming in this morning. Sharika Speller says good morning. We have Susan Haynes watching. Chris Carroll Jenkins says good morning. Laura Eisner, our esteemed audio engineer, is watching us this morning. Art Ballard says good morning. Millie, not my mom, but a different Millie, says good morning from Pittsburgh. And Kelly says good morning as well. Still looking for your Father's Day tips, okay? Or questions. If you have Father's Day questions for me all week long, I'll answer your Father's Day questions. You can ask me if this seems like a good Father's Day present all week long, right here. on Extra
Definitely.
Shot, all right.
So a lot of people out there might, need some self-care. And like we talked about, dads, might need some self-care. So we want you all to prioritize yourself. And there are many who may be having some physical or mental issues during this pandemic. But you know what? Those candles that are $25 or those luxury skin cares that'll run you $100 or $300, they're not the sole definitions of self-care anymore. So we found a new spa that just opened in the Bottle Works district in downtown Indy. They're offering 2 unique services with health and wellness in mind. And Julia takes us inside for a look.
Self-care has never been bigger.
It's what everyone needs. They really need that relaxation. They need that human touch, the human connection, but in a safe way.
TERRI Smith just opened her 4th Woodhouse Day Spa in the Bottle Works district in downtown Indy. While traditional spa treatments are always popular, now some more unique services are drawing in crowds, like sound wave therapy.
We have what's called a relaxation cove here. So Felicia, if you can put the headsets on.
Sound wave therapy happens in sensory integrative, zero-gravity relaxation lounge chairs. Clients then experience waves of sound and music resonating through their bodies.
The music is coordinated with the vibe that beats through the loungers. So when you go to zero gravity and you have this cocoon feeling, science has proven that the technology of the vibration through the speakers gives you a sense of calmness and clarity.
This Woodhouse location also has halo therapy or salt therapy. The room is gorgeous, but also comes with health benefits.
When you're immersed into this room, it's just this halo effect, which just puts you at a deep relaxation. And then we infuse medical grade salt into the room through a halo generator. And what that does, it helps expand the lungs. So when you're relaxing and breathing deeply into the salt, it just expands the lungs. It gives you a sense of relaxation.
The salt therapy has also been proven to help with skin conditions like eczema and acne.
Great stuff right there. And if you've ever been into a salt, the salt therapy is really, really amazing too. That's at the Bottle Works district downtown. All right. Well, the E3 video game convention, after being canceled last year because of COVID, the annual E3 video game convention kicked off over the weekend as an online event. The convention is focused on games based on movies and comics. There was a surprise announcement. The studio behind Final Fantasy and Kingdom Hearts is bringing Marvel's Guardian of the Galaxy together for a video game adventure, putting players in the boots of Star-Lord and Groot and everybody else. It's kind of cool right there.
Yeah, definitely cool. So this is a big talker today. We're talking about space, right?
Space.
Jeff Bezos. So of course he's, looking for someone to fly to space with him, and someone coughed up $28 million just to go to space. Blue Origin just auctioned off a seat for the journey set for July 20th. Now, this is going to be the first flight for the company with humans on board. So for perspective, competitor Virgin Galactic, they're selling tickets for $250,000 each. And over at SpaceX, the estimated price, $55 million a seat.
So 28 million is like right in the middle there. So that's good. There we go. It's kind of like the right in the middle.
That's a lot of money. I don't really have that in my back pocket. I don't know if anyone out there is interested in going to space. I know you don't have, $55 million just, sitting around. But, would you go to space?
Listen, here's the thing. I wouldn't go to space if I didn't have a family. Okay.
Yeah.
If I didn't have a family.
Right.
And I wouldn't go to space regardless. But I would go to Mars. So I know Mars is in space, but like if they said, okay, it's a one-way trip to Mars, we don't know if you're gonna come back. If I didn't have like a wife and kids, I might think about that.
Check it out.
Because it's like you're making history. So many people have been in space. I don't think that the reward or the fame outweighs the risk. But if you're talking about going to Mars, you'll be the first human being in the history of human beings to be on a different planet. Now, I would not do that and leave my family behind.
Right, right.
And I would not ask my family to go with me.
It makes me think of Total Recall with Arnold Schwarzenegger when they go live on the red planet. But how would you communicate to people back on Earth if they're like, hey, we can't call you, so...
You would say, get to the chopper. Get down. All right, check out this singing principal. Listen to these pipes.
And I wish you joy and happiness. I'll always love you.
Yeah, that's a principal from North Carolina. He, of course, wowed the crowd. He performed Whitney Houston's classic song, I Will Always Love You. And, of course, he brought the house down. You could tell by the applause there. Now, he says he sings every year, but had a special connection to this year's graduating class because they were freshmen when he first started the job. He's got some chops there.
I mean, that was really, really impressive. Some comments. Daniel says, I would never want to fly anywhere with Jeff Bezos. You called him Jeff Bozo. All right, that's nice. So a lot of debate going on whether healthcare workers should get the vaccine or not. So that's gotten a lot of people up in arms in the comments section below. Sandra says, wow, what a voice. Edra Smith says that about that singing principal there. And that is really, we've seen a lot of principals who have singing talent, if you will, during the pandemic, which is great. They're welcoming people back and things like that, so that's awesome. All right, for Karen Campbell, I'm Carlos Diaz. Thank you so much for joining us on this extra shot of sunrise. Enjoy your sunny Monday. We'll see you again right back here tomorrow on Extra Shot.